Hello, everyone watching this back later. We do have yet another live stream starting now. Let everyone start to filter in a bit. We're going to have, just to let everyone know, we're going to have, once again, if you missed last night, tonight, we are going to once again have some very, very rare items. So, feel free to join. People really loved what we had last night. So, there were some shockers. There are going to be more shockers tonight. Jenna once again came through and pulled some stuff out of her inventory. Some things that are going to surprise everyone, I think. I don't want to give away too much, so let me see. Let's get this going right now. We have about 24 people in here. The way this works, once again, we don't have our automated live sale system fully up. That's being programmed. So this, what we're going to try and do, we tried this last night. It worked, not without a few clunky moments. I'm not afraid to say, but overall, I think it worked. The way this is going to work is, if you see something that you want to bid on, I'll let everyone know what the starting bid is. It'll always be way lower than what even its starting price typically is for sale. Then you can bid. Dollar increments are okay up until about 150. Once we get in the above 150, please, $5 increments. Otherwise, it can literally go on forever. So you just say, just type in your bid. We'll be taking payments after the fact, either through Square Pay or which can use any credit card, or if you have to use PayPal as a backup, we prefer Square, but PayPal is fine as a secondary option. It's fairly easy, fairly painless. But like I said, the items here are not going to be your typical things that you would be able to get. It's stuff that you will not be able to get on our online store, a lot of stuff that we've never had at conventions or anything. We're pulling out of the vault some really, really cool stuff. We even have a couple one of a kind items. One second. For some reason my phone went. I'm using my phone as the other. That's no good. Okay, there we go. Maybe hopefully it won't time out constantly. All right, so let's just jump right in. Like I said, I'm going to let a few people filter in for some of the bigger ones, but I'm going to try and front load some of the really awesome things. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I can see your comments, obviously. So I'll try and answer. So first up, let me put this in here so you're seeing items instead of my silly mug. We had very few from the Kickstarter, the very first Kickstarter medals. A lot of our original medals sold out. We do not have any extra for our store. Have not had any in our store in forever. I think even after the Kickstarter, they were all gone for our very first Kickstarter. But this is, also, yes, as someone pointed out, there is a slight delay. So once we start getting down to the final countdowns on some of these items, don't try and snipe at the last second, because by the time you respond, it can be 10 or 20 seconds. And this is one of the reasons why we're going to try and go to a more automated system. But anyway, so this will be the only #1 White Widow medal from the first Kickstarter that we have tonight, because again, there aren't that many. This is Sora Sung, the famous Sora, who we all know and love. Her first White Widow. Hey, David. By the way, hi everyone. Thanks for joining us. This went for 100 on there. It's a naughty cover. It is a metal cover, so it's a brushed aluminum. If you're not familiar with those, we're going to have several metals available, all rare. So this is just to show you a little bit better. It is a brushed aluminum comic, first print, White Widow #1 by Sora Sung. I'll start that at 50. These went for 100 initially. I don't know if I've seen on eBay any of these. So there wasn't an abundance of them beyond what was in the Kickstarter. So we got 50 from Ivan, 85 from Anne. Hi, Anne. Nice to see you again. Sora Sung remains one of our favorite collaborators. Aaron is for 100. We got 100 from Aaron. We do have a lot of stuff I'm going to try and get to tonight. I'm not going to try and go too long. So we may truncate this. So I'm not going to drag it out too much. We got Aaron. Again, to bid, you just put in your bid. Dollar increments are fine for the first 150. After 150, let's try and do $5 just to where, especially on the higher dollar items, we want to try and keep it fair. All right, so this is again first print Sora Sung #1 metal edition. Back then we actually used to write metal every time on this. These were sold out. This is from a lot of this stuff is either from my or Jenna's personal collection. That's why they're not in the store. That's why they're sold out. This isn't like, the store just giving it. Yes. Serge asked, you bid there? Yes, correct. You just type in the whatever number. Current bid is 100. In about 2 minutes, we're going to start doing countdowns. So current bid is to Aaron C for 100. So you just type in the chat what your bid is. Can I open? I'd honestly rather not. It is a first print. It is in. I can zoom in and show in, but it's sealed. It is the comic, the actual comic. These are, if you must know, we do try and get cherry pick, well, especially Jenna, I should say. Jenna tries to cherry pick a lot of the Serge, are you asking how issue 1 looks inside? It's just a standard comic, but the difference is our metal books, we use a special paper for the cover that can actually be adhered to the metal prints, as opposed to a lot of the others that you'll see. They just have a standard paper stock and then they tape them on. That's why CGC is hesitant to grade them. They grade ours with no problem. We've gotten 9.9s, we've gotten 10s on metal books because we've gone through them, sat down with them, shown them the processes that we use, the papers we use, etc. So it's just a standard number 1 interior first print. That means it doesn't have the extended second print material, but most people do not read the metal comics because these do have a tendency to be very fragile. Hi, good to see you, Sean. Sean, by the way, I did reach out to you. Be sure and reach back for stuff from last night. How many do I have of this? This is the only one I have. Someone asked, this is the only one I have. I generally only get like 1 copy of some of the stuff. Jenna gets a copy. That's part of her thing. The archive gets a copy. The store gets extra copies if we have, and those sold out before actually our official store opened. So these have been sold out since 2019. So this is just my one and only copy that I have. So the current bid is 100 from Aaron. Any other questions? If not, I'm going to start doing some countdowns. And where did my timer? Okay, there. My computer decided to update last night at midnight, and I am still learning. I'm still learning what is, because I have a timer. I don't have my phone timer. All right, I'll Sean, make sure you email, I think, White Widow Comic at Gmail. That's the one that comes straight to me. Anytime you guys need, I'm not always the fastest, but we were running around a bit today. I got everything packed except for those who needed sketches from last night. And then I realized, oh yeah, this is a holiday, so my post place that I drop off was not open. So all the stuff from last night is ready to ship and gathered up. But if you add stuff, if it's cheaper, if it doesn't increase the cost, I may be able to bundle it for those who haven't got it. So anyway, let's go down. Hold on, I'm trying to get my timer. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna literally get my iPad in order to have a timer, because apparently Microsoft doesn't think that people need a time thing on their computer, or at least I haven't found it yet. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we're going to do... You hear my kids in the background who are supposed to have been asleep, 45 minutes ago. All right. All right, we got 60 seconds on this. Current high bid is Aaron Coleman, starting now. If you want to come in over the top, the high bid is 100. Again, these went for 100 in the Kickstarter back in 2018 was when the pre-orders were. So got 40 seconds left. There is a time delay, so don't try and snipe and try and come in with your best bid. If you're wanting 30 seconds, Aaron C still has the high bid at 100. Got 20 seconds. We got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Aaron picks the very rare sold out Sorcerer Metal of number 1 for 100. So, all right, I'm going to try and jump ahead. I'm going to do something really cool here. Next, guys, let's see. Should I do? All right. So you guys like the really, yeah, Serge, you got to get in earlier. Sorry, Serge. By the way, guys, the reason you can't see everyone's bids is because we're on about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different platforms. So I see everyone, but there are varying delays. So be sure, especially, to take that into account. All right. This next one is, it's a 1 of 1. It is a misprint. It was not meant to be made. My understanding is what it's a metal misprint. Okay, this is the only one that exists like this. Okay. So this right here, it is a metal. This is an issue 2. This cover was not supposed to be on this, and it was not supposed to be this way. That is my understanding, because what I understood is that this was just supposed to be a metal print. It was not supposed to be an actual cover. That was how it was explained to me by Jenna, and she tends to know these things. So this, again, it is a 1 of a kind. It is a 1 of a kind metal, Jamie Tyndall. I've got to have to start this one at 100. I mean, I've seen the 1 of 1s go for 500, 600, etc. So, you know, this is a steal, because again, the only one of its kind, officially. You can even. That's Jenna's note. All right. We got 125 from Ivan, who's ahead of you, Aaron. Dan, yes, grade. We currently grade through CBCS. If you want us to do grading, if you have a service, for instance, we work with what's it called, Agents of Slab, and we can hook you up there, and you can pay them directly to handle it and get to you. We no longer work directly with CGC. We're finalizing everything. It's been crazy for us. We literally just got in CGCs from November of 2020. So it's crazy. Aaron came in at 150. And I know you can't see him because he's over on YouTube. So and just came in at 140. So yes, you can get grading services. We don't mind working with agents of Slab who can facilitate that for you. That way they can verify. Jenna and I can do signatures on those as well. But if you want to see, Charles H just came in at 175. This is a one of a kind. We can also do CBCS, and those are a lot less expensive. So current bid is 175 from Charles. $200 for Aaron. Aaron C came in at 200. Again, one of a kind metal, misprint. If you need for any CGCs or any places like that, we will provide the written documentation as well. So if you do want to get it graded, we can certify, Jen and I can certify that's what this is. It is a genuine, one-of-a-kind misprint. Now, whether or not CGC will pay attention to it, I cannot guarantee because I don't run that company. It is actually in really good condition. I am not a grader, so I cannot attest to that. This is going $200. We got Hugh. Hugh, anything over 150, we need to go in fives. So the next bid up would need to be 205. So current bid is still 200. Dan is at Dan M came in at 205. We are going to try and go through this. We've got a lot of really cool stuff. So if you're thinking about bidding, let's try and get in quickly. I don't want to drag this out too long. But again, I know personally the most expensive comic I've ever sold was a second print #1 White Widow. It was a misprint CGC 9.8. The logo was actually misprint, and it sold for $750. So, and that was not metal. That was just a second print retail edition misprint. So, this being, and there were literally two of those. This has one of them, and it was a mistaken thing. Someone, I think, I don't know who, but someone adhered this to a cover when it should not have been. Charles H just came in with 225. So current bid, high bid is 225. We're going to start locking this down soon. Let me once again show this is a #2 White Widow. Jamie Tyndall cover misprint. There's wow, I'm noticing there's even a misprint in the back. If you see, it's all 002, and then there's a 001, because in the other version, I believe that's covered up by a logo. If you notice, even right here. So there's a misprint within the misprint. So this is a brushed aluminum metal cover. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see the corners are all crisp. I don't believe there's anything issues. I don't see any issues really on the spine. So that is a one of a kind misprint. Current high bid 225 to Charles H. All right. Let me turn on the. I'm going to go once again. We're going to put a minute on the clock. Hugh now is at 230. 235 from Dan M. Again, the most expensive in my personal experience, I saw it because I sold it. It was $750 for a misprint reprint for a foil logo misprint. It's actually really cool, but not as cool as this, in my opinion, because again, this is a metal, and this is one of a kind. 240 from Hugh. All right, we've got 1 minute on the clock, starting now. So again, there is a time delay, guys. So come in. Dan M came in at 250. So I'm going to reset. We're going to go another minute. 250 is the current bid. Try not to snipe at the last seconds. When we start getting down, we got 45 seconds left. Dan M is at 250. Got 40 seconds. We got 30 seconds. Dan M is still high at 250. 260 to Hugh. I'm going to start with 45 seconds now. We're going to get shorter and shorter as we get down here. 260 is to Hugh. We've got 30 seconds left on the clock. We've got 265 from Dan M. Just came in, 265. I'm going to start at 30 seconds. 270 from Hugh. Still at 30 seconds left. Well, 25 seconds now. So we are going to just keep getting shorter and shorter. So come in high. I may not reset after this time. If we've got one more, I might do one last reset. Dan M came in 275. So this is going to be the last reset. So get your bid in at where you want it. So 30 seconds on the clock starting now. No more resets. 275 is the current bid. We got 20 seconds. 280 from Hugh. Got 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you picked that one up for 280, which I think is a steal. All right, I'm going to do something I'm going to go back down to something small, just to reset, smaller, I'll say, but a lot of fun. I've got 2 copies of this. You may have seen it. It's from one of my favorite artists. Congratulations, by the way, Hugh, on that. So I've got 2 copies of this. This is the sold out. I don't remember. It was a metallic ink. Sun Kamanazuki, however you pronounce. I'm terrible with how to pronounce it. It was a metallic. Now, this is a metallic ink. It was a retailer exclusive. I believe that was the only version that they did. Gorgeous, as you can see. I'm just going to start this at 10. Now, if you want both of them, you can say ×2. If you want just one, just say 10, or 11, 12, whatever it may be. I believe these went for 40 each, but they sold out 2 months before they even arrived because, again, she's awesome. All right, so we got current high bid is 20. These are metallic inks. I have 2 copies. So if someone else wants the second copy, they would need to match the current top bid of 20 to get those. Christina C has the top bid at 20. If anyone else wants the other one to match, again, I think these were 40. I know I've seen them go pretty high out there, but they're just gorgeous. Anne just came over the top at 25. So 25 is the new current high bid. If someone wants the second copy at 25, they can bid 25. Christina just came in at 30. So any other variations that I started? So Christina and Anne are 30. So those are the 2 copies currently. Charles, I'm sorry to say, I don't remember what one I started out yesterday with, Jamie. Oh, it was the Miami. That's right. This was the question someone was asking. So current bid is 30 from Christina and Anne. So they have the 2 copies. I'm just going to do this one really quick because, again, 40 was, I believe, where the price point he sold these. I could be mistaken, but I'm just going to start. Yeah, that was the Charles. Yeah, that was the Miami one. That was the only copy I had of that. There were 2 other Miami covers. I don't know if we have those still. I honestly don't know. Dan M just came in at 35. So if someone wants the second copy at 35, that would be, you could grab that, or if you want to go over the top on that, second copy is available for 35. I'm going to start the countdown here because we don't want to spend a whole lot of time on these. Starting now, Anne. So Dan and Anne, because you guys had to rhyme, are 35. All right, we got 1 minute on the clock. I'm not going to do a lot of resets on these. So if anyone comes in, so current bid at 35 to Dan and Anne. Got 45 seconds. Again, there is a delay, guys, so do not delay. We got 30 seconds left. Dan and Ann at 35. We got 20 seconds. It's looking like it's going to be Dan and Ann at 35 because we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Dan and Ann get that. Congrats. I love this cover. I love, honestly, I love her art. All right, now let's switch over. We're going to do our first CGC. Let's see. I've got a lot of really cool CGCs. I'm trying to figure out which one to do. All right, let me start with something a little. This is a cool one. All right, this is from New York Comic Con. As you can see, New York Comic Con, issue 3 of White Widow. It is 9.8, yellow label signed by 4. The 4 that are signed by are Jamie Tyndall, Benny Powell, aka me, Jenna, and the model herself, Christine Lucille. So even the cosplayer in the photo signed that. So I'm trying to get this without the glare. So this, we're going to start the bid on, again, these are 4 signatures. The low print run, New York Comic Con number 3, White Widow. That's where the black suit was first introduced. They're signed. Let's see where this is. Yeah, some of them are in some. It's really dark. It's hard to see in this light because of the glare. There's a red signature. There's a black signature. Jamie's in black. Trying to find Jenna's signature. It's glaring even in here. Jenna has also the propensity to sign really tiny. Her and Chrissy not. Keep telling her, you got to sign her. Yeah, it looks like she's in a dark color as well. I see it down there. So, yeah. The reason is metallic inks actually degrade. So, yeah, you can see, for instance, over in the right underneath the numbering, that's a black signature under the number bar. So, but again, CGC does list all 4 signatures. So we're going to start this at 150. Just a regular yellow label 9.8 signed by just a couple would typically go for 175 or more. So this with 4 signatures for those, as well as being such a low run New York Comic Con. I think this is a cool one. Can we get do you think getting quad signatures is always far more difficult? Obviously we can typically get Jenna. So 3 we can typically do, but 4, so the cover person as well, that does tend to make it more difficult, because then we have to be in the presence of a witness. Do we have anyone interested in this for 150? I'm gonna to start. If not, I'll switch it out. I thought this was cool. It was also, I believe this was our first, this was our first cosplay cover. Should mention that little tidbit. So this is our first cosplay cover. It's also the first issue. David says he'll start it at 100. Jenna may kill me, but fine. You know what? I'll let this start at 100. Hopefully she does not kill me, because she's literally the person who went around getting those extra signatures. which if you've ever been to New York Comic Con, and oh, I should mention the difficulty on this one was that we had to get it. She had to get it twice, so there are 2 dates. So you got her signing on 10/5 and Jamie and the rest of us signing on 11/25. So anyone who's dealt with CGC and understands the difficulty there, that's why this one was such a pain in the tuchus. So we've got David. You got David at 100 SW. David's telling me I killed him in issue 1. For those who don't know, David was one of the one of the people who purchased a character in one of our comics, and we killed him. Anne just came in at 110. But did we kill you, David? That's the big question. David came back in at 125. Again, like I said, a standard 3 signature. We typically, for a 9/8, put those at 175 on our site, and they tend to go. So, yeah, when you're a comic book character, you can always come back. I won't comment more than that. There may be some spoilers. You never know. Again, so this is for those who just joined us. This is a 4 signature yellow label, 9.8, New York Comic Con limited edition, White Widow #3, the first appearance of the black suit, and the first cosplay cover we've ever done. So we have the cosplay character as well. Current bid is to David at 125. I'm going to start the surprisingly not a huge clamor on this one. I thought you guys would be more jazzed as I was, but we'll start the countdown at 60 seconds right now. Got 125, which is a steal and will probably get me murdered. We got 45 seconds. All right, we got 30 seconds now. 125 from David. We're down to 20 seconds. We got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. David, 150. David was nice. Came in right at the last second with 150. All right. Yeah, I'll still get murdered, but no, that's a little better. I do appreciate it, David. Yeah, this is, I believe, the only one we have of that one at that grade. #3. I don't even know if she had multiple signed on that one. Because typically when we get for the store, we don't get a whole lot of those extra ones. Jenna, just again, this one in particular is from her collection. All right. All right. Now you know what? I'm going to go to the big boy. just so you know, this is one of the big boys for tonight. When I say this is Christina was asking who won the last piece. I'm not sure. Are you talking about you were in the bid on the previous one, the son, Dan and Anne won that one. So, all right. Here's another CGC. But this one, guys, whenever I say the cool stuff, I'm bringing the cool stuff tonight. Jenna brought this over. And this is from her personal collection because she got the APs. So this is an AP, number 1 of 5. Okay, you see it? Number 1 of 5, metallic ink. It's the metallic ink. This was one of the most famous. This was our first holiday cover we ever did. And it's a 9/9, signed by Jamie, Jenna, and myself. 9/9, guys. AP. So 1 of 5, numbered. All right. This is the metallic ink, numbered 1 of 5. That means it's the only one. And to get it, Jenna got lucky and got it as a 9/9. This one, we're gonna have to start the bid at $250. There's no way lower than that. In fact, even that's gonna be crazy. Signed by Jamie, Jenna, and myself. So the trifecta. Jamie's the co-creator, artist, did the cover. I'm the writer, co-creator, and Jenna's the editor. So Sean just came in at $250. Again, this is a lot of firsts. So this is a White Widow, number 1, our first holiday cover we ever did. This is a AP, numbered on the cover, listed as AP number 1 of 5 at a 9/9. Aaron came in at $275. This should be the big ticket one, guys. You know, to anyone who doesn't do CGCs, just to explain, getting 9/8 are considered perfect. A 9/9, you might get a 1 in 1,000 9/8. You'll get a 9/9. And getting a 10 is about 1 in 1,000 9/9s. It's just, some people get super lucky, and get far more, but we tend to be that average. Aaron's in at 300. This, like I said, this should be the biggest ticket item tonight, because it will be our only 9/9. That is how rare. We had a 9/9 yesterday. I believe the 9/9 went for $375 or something like that, $380. David is in at $325. And again, the one last night was great. It was a 9/9. It was multiple signed. I think it was 4 signatures on that, but it was not an AP and a verified cover numbered AP. So $350 to Aaron. And again, this is a White Widow number 1. So It's got a lot of provenance, a lot of firsts. Plus, come on, it's Jamie Tyndall art. Can't go wrong with Jamie Tyndall art. Sexy Jamie Tyndall art with a cat girl. Current bid is $350 from Aaron, $395 from David. There we go. Yeah, it's again. This is going to be the rarest thing we have tonight. You know, Jenna typically gets the APs when we get them, or Jamie does. It just depends on who's what. And her letting any of them go. Well, the store gets. I mean, the company gets one, but she got number 1 and number 5. She got lucky on that, and yeah, she happened to get them graded, and they came out 9.9s. So it just, I think she's only got a couple other APs that are graded that high ever out of everything we've done. So $395 is the current top bid for the 9.9 White Widow number 1 triple sign yellow label AP1 of 5, number 1 of 5. My children are in the background screaming because they're supposed to be asleep in bed. Do we have anyone going to take it over $395? If not, if I don't see any movement, I'm gonna start the countdown in just 2 minutes, or less. But current bid is $395. I think it's still a steal. I won't say where I think this would end up, but I think this is still a really great deal. I have seen APs go for way higher, and they weren't 9.9s. So just 9.8s. What was the cover called that had the crystals on the cover? Sean was asking. We've done 2 with crystals on the cover. There was one that I did that was called Arrival Crystal, and that was for White Widow number 3. And then there was a White Widow, I believe, number 5 crystal metal cover that was a limited edition that Jenna did for St. Patrick's Day. She still has 1 or 2 of those over on JMP Studios. We've sent a couple emails even this week about that, so those may be available, but they're not up for auction right now. I think they're on her site. So again, all right, we've got $395 from David. I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown at 1 minute, starting now. $395. All right, we got 50 seconds on the clock. This is for a 9.9 metallic ink AP virgin cover triple signed. Got 40 seconds at $395 from David SW. Number 1 of 5 AP. 30 seconds left. Do we have anyone taking it higher? We got 15 seconds. $395. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I think you got a steal on that one. David, grab the 9.9 CGC White Widow #1, Halloween. Good job. Sean, yeah, there was there. I think that one was the crystal one that I did. I think we did 75, 50 or 75 total. No, it was, yeah, we did 50 total. There were seven. They were $75. That's why I'm getting those mixed up. I don't know if we have any more of those crystals left. Jenna did do a St. Patrick's Day green metal cover with green Swarovski crystals. So, but that one was part of a very special deal. I think you had to get the golden ticket, and I think she got just a couple extra for being the artist on that. All right, let me put something else up next. I'm just going to pull a fun one here. 1 second. I don't know why I was about to try and take my headphones off. All right, so this one, it's a local artist. But I think he's an up and comer, and he did an amazing metal cover for Acme Comics. You might recognize the cover homage. This was for White Widow #4. It's the Acme exclusive metal trade dress, again with the logo and everything. And he did an amazing job. It's the first appearance of Blood Widow. We're going to start that at 50. So $50 to start on that. It is a metal cover. Again, these, I don't know what he charges. We typically charge $100 minimum for a metal. I think he may have charged more. Again, these are just to give people. We got 55 from Christina, just to give people an idea and understanding of how rare these are. So retailers in general get about 5 metals on average. They're AP metals that they're allowed to sell. It's our way of helping them to make sure that they break even on their costs on those alone, so that they're guaranteed to be profitable on their main covers. Then we get 5 copies as well of those APs. So there's a total of 10 in general for any given one. Out of the 5, I get 1. The store gets 1. Jamie gets 1. The archive gets 1, and Jenna gets 1. So this is mine. Aaron just came in at 75. If you love homage covers, this is a gorgeous one. He did a really great job. You put this next to the fairly obvious homage, the poses, the hands, the rocks, the background, everything are similar, but you can tell that these were all done unique and on their own. It's not just copied and pasted. It was drawn by him. It wasn't even light boxed. Mainly because when I did the trade dress. So when I was trying to line them up for spacing and everything, I could tell he had to, obviously, when going between male figures and female figures, getting the spacing and everything, it'd be impossible to just overlay. Current bid 75. It's a metal brushed aluminum. Hugh came in at 80. Hugh is very familiar with this artist. Hugh is one of our locals here. Not to give Hugh away, but this is a local artist who I forgot the guy's name. I'm blanking on it. I know it off the top of my head. I'm just blanking. but he's very popular here, and I think rightly so. I think he's going to continue to grow. He did just such an amazing job on this cover. Aaron just came in at 100. I do not know what Acme charges, but again, there were only 10, I believe, total. I know that we only got 5, and this is my only copy. Would literally have to convince Jenna to sell one. Let me double check. Hold on. If there's more than one, actually, I'm wrong. So the store copy is also available. So this is my copy, and there is a store copy. So we can do 2. So if anyone wants to get the second one, we can do a second one at 100. But then that would be it. So Aaron has the current high bid at 100. There is a second one of these available. So I was mistaken. Sorry about that, guys. But again, 100 is standard for these, for ones that are open numbering. Whenever these are AP 105s from us, and then, well, 1 of 10 in total. So Aaron C has 100. Anyone else want to come in at 100? They can match. You don't have to go over the top of him, and you would get the second copy. Again, this is the trade dress version. There are 2 copies of this. Anyone? Hugh came over the top at 110. I do not think there are any more of these left out there, so these would be the last 2. If someone wants to match 110, they can get the second copy for 110. I'm going to start the clock in just a second. And starting 60 seconds now. We've got 110. Again, there are 2 copies of this available. So if someone wants to match 110, Hugh has the current top bid at 110. Or, you know, we got 35 seconds left. So 110 is the current top bid. We got 25 seconds. $15 seconds. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what? I'm going to do something a little crazy. Aaron, I'll let you decide. If you want the second copy at 100, I'll give you $10 off, Hugh, and let you pick it up, but only if Aaron's willing to take the second copy. Aaron, do you want the second copy at 100? If so, then I'll cut a break, but I don't want to force you to take it if you don't, if you decided you don't want the second copy. So Aaron, if you want to respond. Okay. All right. So we'll do these at 100 times 2. So Aaron, and Hugh, you got to save. Aaron let you save $10 there. Also, I don't know if Hugh saw that there was only one on that. So, all right, good job, guys. Now let me do. Last night we had the metal. I mentioned that there were two versions of this. We had the Virgin. I do have 2 copies of this next one. So this was. Dad? Hold on 1 second, son. Yes?
Dad, Demon not made me sleep.
All right. Go to sleep, boys. Stop playing around, okay? Come give me a hug. Yes. No, you're not. You just ate. Go to bed. Love you guys. Close the door. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So this is the metal New York Comic Con Nowhere edition by Greg Horn. This was the trade dress version. We did have 1 copy of the Virgin. We've got 2 copies of this. So this was my copy and the store copy. This is the one that the store had. And again, they sold out of these. So these are also AP level. It is, I'm going to start this one at 75 because these do have a tendency to go fast. Greg Horn is, as always, super popular, and rightly so. That's why these sold out instantly.
You hit me at that.
Shh. Okay. Well, then just give that to me. Go to bed. Sorry about that, guys. So, yeah, start the bidding at 75 for a brushed aluminum metal New York Comic Con. This is a store exclusive for a place called Nowhere Comics down in Miami. They got Greg Horn, who Greg does not often do store exclusives. The way I believe they worked their deal out, it was Greg got the Virgin Naughty and he got the trade dress. So this is our APs of that. Hugh came in at 75. We have 2 of these, so you can. I'll let again. Whenever we have multiple, you can say ×2 if you want both. Or if, like, for instance, currently the high bid is 75. If you want to match that, you can get the second one for 75. This is the Greg Horn New York Comic Con. I'm surprised these went super fast yesterday. Again, brushed aluminum metal. We didn't have this version. We had 1 copy. I think Hugh actually got that one, if memory serves. So again, brushed aluminum metal, limited edition. I think there were only 10 total on this one as well. So these are our 2 copies. We really are breaking out the vault. So I wanted to bring out some Greg Horn stuff. We have some Greg Horn fans out here tonight. Only one. We have 2 copies. We only have a bid of 75 for 1. I'm going to start the countdown here shortly. Aaron asked if they're numbered. No, metals are the way metals are done. They are insanely difficult and nearly impossible for them to cost effectively number. but we know that in general, the way it works, if a retailer orders 300 copies, they get 5 copies of the metal AP. There are 10 total. They get 5 copies. We get 5 copies. 1 copy goes to Jamie. 1 copy goes to Jenna. 1 copy goes to the store. 1 copy goes to our archive, which will never be sold. And then 1 copy goes to me. So this is the two copies that are available here are the store and my copy. So that's typically how these are numbered and known. Although sometimes what can happen, but they get destroyed, is if in shipping they're damaged, nicked in any way, we destroy that one, and Jamie, who does the printing for our metals, has to reprint those. So technically they'll have to go back. But again, we only do that many. All right, so sorry about that. So 75 is the current. This is the New York Comic Con. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put this, start the numbering at 60 seconds. If someone wants the second copy, all they have to do is 75, or if they go higher. And again, if you want 2 copies, you just do X2. So I'm going to start the countdown now. All right, we got 45 seconds. 75, we do have a second copy available at 75 currently. Got 30 seconds. We got 20 seconds. 15, 14. Dan just came in at 80 times 2. I'm going to reset at 30 seconds. So currently 80 times 2 for these. 30 seconds. Well, 25 seconds now left. We got 15 seconds. 14. 85 for 1 for Hugh. We reset. So we got 1 at 85. Dan, if you want the second one, you need to do 85 for 1, or if you want to go higher, you need to come over the top. So we're going to start 30 seconds now. So 85 to get the second issue, or 90 if you want to if you want to. You got 20 seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7. Dan just came in 90 for 2. So I'm going to do reset again. So if anyone wants to go over 90, he's got both copies for 90. Hugh has got 9, just came in at 95. Dan, if you want 1 for 95, or you'd have to go over that for 2. So 30 seconds. Okay, we got 95 and 95, 25, 10 seconds, or 20 seconds left. 95 to Hugh, 95 to Dan for the 2 copies. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. That's a steal. A lot of steals tonight. Number 3. Makes me a little nervous to put one of the other big ones up. You know what? I'll chance it. Q. All right. Let's go back to a CGC. Let's see. Here she is again. So this is another 4 signature. This is a number 3 New York Comic Con. 4 signatures, 9/8 by Sora Soon. You can see it's got all 4 signatures. You see if I can. There's my signature. There's Jamie's signature right there. I'll start it as 100 if anyone wants to go ahead and jump in. There's Sora's signature. She blended it right into the swirly stuff. And there's Jenna's signature right under this other side. So again, this is New York Comic Con number 3. So we got 100 to start. Aaron came in at 100. Which, Aaron, you had the other Sora, so this would be a nice double set to get the number 1 and the number 3. This is not metal. This is just standard. But again, this was for New York Comic Con. There was very limited edition on it. It was a lot of fun. And Sora's always fun. So we got 100 to Aaron. David was asking if this is the same one from yesterday. No. The 9/9 yesterday was that was Don. We didn't do any Sora yesterday. That was Mike DeBalfo was the 9/9 from yesterday. So you did not get the same, 2 of the same. We absolutely didn't have any Sora. So we got 100 to Aaron. $125 to David. Again, 4 signatures, CGC, Yellow Label, New York Comic Con, exclusive, which you can see that down in the lower right-hand corner, that logo, which means it had to be approved by New York Comic Con. Otherwise, they kick you out. 150 to Aaron. We got 175 from David. Sorry about that. Had to step away and tuck kids back into their beds. Again, I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown here in just a second. But once again, this is White Widow number 3, Sora Sung art for the cover, signed by Sora. Signed by Jamie, myself, and Jenna. It's a New York Comic Con exclusive, 9.8 verified signatures. 175 is the current bid to David. 60 seconds. It'll be nice once we have everything more automated so that you'll be able to have a screen to show what the current bids are and everything. So, which we will have. We got 30 seconds left. 175 to David, which is a really good deal because again, not a regular 9.8 starts at 175. So got 20 seconds. We got 175 to David. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. All right, so David gets the free 10.8 Sora. There we go. All right. Now let's, one of our other favorite artists again. You guys typically like this guy. It is none other than Ryan Kinkade. We have two of these, again, metal. This is the trade version. As we explain why we have two. One is mine. This is, for those who don't know, that's his wife is the model that he drew. That is drawn, not photographed, but using his wife to cosplay and draw with the very classic Janet Jackson pose. We only have two of these, but we'll start this one at 75. So if you want both of them, you would do 75 times 2, or if someone does 75, you can chime in at 75 as well and get the second one. So that's Ryan Kinkade. This was an exclusive Ryan did with us. So we only have 2 copies available for sale. Hugh came in at 75. He had a very short, small amount of these. I believe he sold out before the show even, if memory serves. So he had these at his booth at New York Comic Con. So that's why it's also number 3. As you can tell, we pulled a lot of these from New York Comic Con because those were the rare things and had some fun stuff. So a lot of people did number 3s and number 4s and things like that. So Ryan Kinkade, we got Hugh at 75 for one. We have 2 copies of this. If anyone wants to jump in, again, these are sold out. Ryan does tend to be a fan favorite. If you're not familiar with his work, a quick Google or eBay will inform you. He's also done a ton of covers for us. This did very well for him, and it's an homage to the Janet Jackson, obviously. I do like the fact that he kept his ring finger on to show that that's those are supposed to be Ryan's hands. I tried to get him, he had a sketch cover variant of this, tried to get him to put Deadpool peeking out from behind as if it was Deadpool. doing that pose, and he refused to draw it for me. So, and probably rightly so. So we've got 75 from Hugh. If anyone wants the second copy, you can come in at 75. If not, I'm going to start the countdown here shortly. So we got 75. This is a metal. So this isn't just a standard copy. So 1 minute starting. Hugh has one copy at 75. You can get the second copy at 75 by matching his bid. Or if you want both copies, you'd have to come in over 75. Justin came in at 75, so we now have both copies at 75, which is a steal. Again, these are APs. They're not numbered as people have asked, because again, we can't really number the metals. It's a shame. I tried to get them to do it, but apparently because of the way they do their plates, they can't. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so it goes to Hugh. Justin, be sure to email me at that you guys got a steal on those. Be sure to email me whitewidowcomic@gmail.com afterwards. I'm going to post that here real quick for anyone who's got stuff. I'm not ending. I want, before someone jumps off, to have that so that you can pull. So that's Hugh got one. And Justin. All right. Now let's see. All right. Do I want to do? All right. We've got. I might save those for another date. I think I'm going to take and do just one more CGC. All right, we did the metal version of this last night. This is not metal. Okay. So I repeat, this is not the metal version of what I'm about to show. This is just the trade edition, but it is a CGC, and it is quad signed. So we did not have a CGC of that, but we just had the metal AP. So this is signed by Greg Horn, Jamie Tyndall, myself, Benny Powell, the writer, co-creator, and Jenna. So it is a 9/8. Greg's stuff tends to go well. This is the first appearance of Blood Widow. Greg was one of the first people to draw her on a cover. Jamie did obviously the very first design, but he did not do the tendrils. Greg was the first to do the tendrils. We're going to start this at let's start it at 125 for a quad signed Greg Horn. That is the, you guys know how much Greg charges just for his signature. So, and you can see it quite brightly. But this is the suited version of White Widow number 4. He did a total of 5 versions. Sorry. There was a lenticular, a suited with logo, and I think maybe there was only the Virgin Naughty as well, but don't have that one right now. So this is the 9.8. So 125 for the 4 signature 9.8 yellow label Greg Horn White Widow number 4, first appearance of Blood Widow. Do we have any takers? David. Aaron is in at 125. 125 is the current bid, Ivan. It's 4 signatures. You can see the Greg Horn signature. That's his signature. That's not like in the. He always does those wonderful paint signatures. We had a bit of a problem, just a little thing on this. For some reason, getting 9.8s on these was a pain. We've got a ton of 9.4s and 9.6s and 9.0s, even though they were in perfect condition, because we sent them down with we had to send these down with a third party. Don't know what happened to them. They were in perfect condition when Jamie signed them. And Jamie and myself and Jenna signed them. We sent them down with a facilitator, and somehow we got almost no 9.8s back. And according to Greg, that same facilitator who did, we had signed some for Greg, although only 3 signatures. Jenna didn't sign those, so his only had 3 signatures. They didn't come in at 9.8 very much. Someone, as David just pointed out, Horn charges for his signatures, so this is easily worth 300 or more. So we're currently at 125, which is a hell of a steal. So if you're thinking, well, I'll just go buy these and get you're not going to be able to buy the book or get the signature, let alone track us all down at the same show, plus pay a facilitator, plus pay CGC, or wait the seeming like 2 years to get the book. We get expedited. We were getting expedited services from CGC, and with expedited, like I said, our CGCs are coming in a year. Yeah, this is at least $250, a $250 book. So current bid is $125, guys. I guess if any of them are going to get me killed tonight, this one may be the one. With everything Jenna went through on getting the signatures. All right. We're going to start doing the countdowns here, guys. So current bid is 125. So starting at 60 seconds now. This may be the biggest steal of the night, signed by Greg Horn, who, as someone pointed out, I don't know what he charges, but someone was saying he charges like $100 for his signature. Wow. Maybe I'm guessing that's if it's going to be CGC'd. He charges that much. Dan just came in at 135. Still a steal. So, yeah, this is currently the steal of the night. 135 for Dan. I'm going to restart the minute. I couldn't see this going less than 200, to be honest with you. All right, Aaron just came in at 150. I'll be shocked if this sells less than 200. It's a steal. It's a steal at 200. Just 150 is the current price from Aaron. This will probably be the last CGC of the night. I've got 2 more medals, just some a weird one. Actually, I might just end out with the weird one. Or you know what? I've got 2 more medals. So we got 30 seconds. Aaron is going to walk away with this for 150. Got 20 seconds at 150 to Aaron for the Greghorn quad sign 9.8. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Okay. Aaron got the biggest steal of the night. Good for you, man. Maybe not good for me, but I personally don't care, but Jenna might not be happy on that one. She is, if you haven't guessed, the person in charge of all the CGCs gathering them. So in this next one, I've got a medal. It's another homage medal. This was a retailer. I don't remember who the retailer is. Again, this is one of our APs. It's the battle damage version. This is issue 3 medal. It's an homage to the Carnage first appearance cover. Obviously, it's the Virgin battle damaged version. See ya, David. This one will just start it at 50. This is 1 of 1. So this is a retailer exclusive. So this was not available on our site, is not available on our site, will not be available on our site ever. Never was, never will be. So anyone who wants to pick this one up for 50, Aaron came in at 75. Current bid is 75 to Aaron. It's a fun cover. It's the artist is, oh my God, blanking on his name. 1 second. He's done a ton of covers for us too. He does. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. He's a video game artist. Not Genzo Man. That's one of our other ones. This is another South American. Ivan is current high bid at 85. He does that game where all the legendary gods all battle multiplayer. I forgot the darn name of the game. I'm tired. Trying to pull up his name. It's Francisco. Eduardo Francisco. That's his name. I think is Mythic, is Myth or something like that. Anyway, you can look him up. Aaron came back over the top at 100. So current bid is 100. But yeah, if you ever look up Eduardo Francisco, Francisco. He's a very popular artist. He does a lot of video game stuff. We've talked. It is crazy what he gets paid to do video games. Comic book artists are in the wrong business. I got to tell you, the video game artists. Whew. And same thing I've heard from Genzo Man. So current bid is 100. It's the metal version. This is another AP store exclusive. It's just a fun, weird one. And I've got one thing after this tonight. So it's White Widow number 3. The battle between the first crossover between Dual Identity. Also the first cameo of Blood Widow in there for those who are into cameo. Like, it's just, you don't fully see her. She's in a tank, and she's not fully formed. So that's why issue 4 is the first full appearance of Blood Widow. So this is all right. I'm going to start the timer. So we got less than a minute. Aaron is the top at 100. We got 45 seconds. Eduardo has, by the way, done covers for us ourselves as well. He did some Wayward Legends cover, a couple Wayward Legends covers, Wayward Sons, I Make Boys Cry cover. We got 20 seconds left. Aaron is top bid at 100. I'm guessing, Aaron, you're getting this because you like homage covers. Homage? I always think both are correct. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And Aaron grabs that one. Well, all right. This next one, it's just a fan favorite. I wanted to end out the night on something I consider one of the most beautiful covers, and maybe someone can snag it. We're pretty much out of these, but it's one of, honestly, you'll see why it is one of my favorite covers of all time. It is from White Widow number 2 by the ever popular Nathan Zerdy. We're going to start this at 50. So this will be the last thing for the night. But yeah, it's a number 2. It's one of Nathan Zerdy, for those who don't know, is now super popular. He's over at DC and everything, but I believe we gave him his first printed covers, if I'm not mistaken. That's, I've heard. Again, so Sean came in at 50. 55 to Christina. This, without a doubt, one of my favorite covers of all time. He does just such an amazing style. That's why we put him as one of our masters. He owes us covers, but they're keeping him swamped over at DC. So 55 is the current high bid. I don't mind anyone taking this home for any amount. I just want it to find a good home where it'll be loved, because it deserves some love. This is a great cover by one of our top artists that we've worked with, in my opinion. I love all of our artists we worked with, don't get me wrong. Just yes, this is metal, Ivan. This is a metal cover. This was available in our second Kickstarter. Obviously, we sold out a long time ago. So I I don't think we ever even had any left in our store. The Nathan Zerdy covers are easily some of our most favorite, and they move super quick. Anything Nathan Zerdy goes super quick. Ivan just came in at 75. Sean, the current bid is 75. Do we have anyone over 75? I'm going to start here in just a bit. The countdown. 77 to Christina. It's okay to go onesies and twosies at this level. So 77 to Christina. I don't blame you, Christina. It's a beautiful cover. I mean, I'll zoom in and let everyone kind of see, because I just don't want you to miss it with the glare. Just a lot of fun detail on that. And just to remind you guys, after the fact, if you want certificates of authenticity for anything you got tonight, they're only $5 each. Signatures are free, so if you want anything signed but not authorized, just ask me. Jenna and I can sign anything, obviously, unless it's a CGC that's already signed. Doesn't need it. But I don't need the loose stuff. If you want CGC, we can help get a facilitator to witness the signatures and deal with that. If you want CBCS, we can handle that ourselves and work with you on that. So we got $77 to Christina. I'm going to go ahead and start a minute timer now. 77's top bid. You can go ones, twos, etc. Got 77 to Christina. 45 seconds left. We got 77 to Christina with 30 seconds left. Dan came in at 82. So Dan M is at 82. I'm going to restart in a minute. These did originally go for 100. Again, we've been sold out for a long time. Jenna found it. It's probably mine. I just don't collect. Yes, Joaquin, yes, this is a metal cover. This is the first print, issue 2. We got 30 seconds left at $82 as a current bid. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. The last one of the night goes to Dan for $82. Nice round number. And there we go. So I want to say thanks to everyone once again for joining us. It's awesome that we were able to do this. We had a lot of stuff we wanted to get to last night, but it was just running late. And then Jenna found some really cool stuff today. So, this being the end of a 3-day holiday weekend, we figured let's celebrate the holiday and give you guys some really fun stuff. So I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. And if you bought anything, want anything, so we're going to streamline this stuff. I'm setting up stuff so that we can do through Shopify to where the bidding system will be a bit more streamlined, less technical issues. So you can watch as well as bid directly through the site. But again, there's just some preloading and things like that. We didn't. A couple of our people are out with COVID, unfortunately, so that slowed things down for us. But we are testing out other aspects of this. So hopefully we can do some more cool stuff like this in the future. I've got like a box full of stuff that we'll save for next time. Hopefully Jenna's going to be able to join us on the next one. But just want to say thank you guys. There will be some really cool stuff in the near future. Stay tuned and look for the Kickstarter within just a few weeks for White Widow 7, 8. We're going to combine issue 7 and 8. I Make Boys Cry number 3 and Resilient number 2. So look for those. Thanks, guys. Bye.